Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Window Shopping. And I want to talk about something first. So, we work with a lot of people who are hopeful to own architectural homes, and to be honest, I would even make it broader than that. People are hopeful to own something that isn't just a plain stucco box. And I think sometimes in a world where Eichler homes are selling for record prices, you might get to the point where you feel like this is just out of control and you're never going to own something interesting and you should just buy some sort of whatever house on a whatever street in a whatever city. And, I want to tell you it's worth the effort to find something amazing. And, we try to do a good job on here of featuring not only pretty expensive houses, but also things that are a little bit more attainable, a little bit more reasonable, a little bit more possible. And there's a whole lot of interesting houses out there that just really slip under the radar. And probably one of my favorite category of houses is something that doesn't exist anymore. There's no modern day equivalent. We don't build homes that way unless you are very rich. And that is, in the 1950s, especially in a lot of parts of Los Angeles that maybe were considered more outlying areas, normal people commissioned an architect and built a house. Maybe even upper middle class people, not rich people, but people that were maybe a little bit above average were able to do that. And I feel like when these homes come up for sale, it's really a unique opportunity to own something that's kind of a bygone era, that custom mid-century modern home that isn't some 5,000 square foot monument, right, to whatever money you've made, something that's a much more manageable house with unique design. That's just not something that we do anymore as a society. And that's why I'm really excited about this house this week, because I think this is kind of a unique opportunity for that lifestyle at what I think is a attainable and reasonable price. It's listed just under $1.4 million. I'm not going to pretend that that's affordable or entry level. It isn't, even in Los Angeles. But I think, if you're someone where you have the means, or you've built up some equity in another house, I think this house is possible for a lot of people. It's a pretty good size. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So this is 3914 Altura Avenue in La Crescenta. La Crescenta is a community on the northern side of Los Angeles. It's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,840 square feet, built in 1953, custom home, built by David Underwood, who is an architect, who I've actually seen his name before in a couple houses. And this is on about a 10,000 square foot lot. So this isn't our listing. It's listed by Mark Mintz of Compass. But as always, we recommend that you have your own representation. And we would love to be that representation for you so that we can lend you our expertise. This home looks a little bit like some of the Palmer and Kreisel designs from the 1950s, but it's actually a bit different. And I'm going to explain why. Also, it's going to be a really cool house when you see a E9 BMW 3.0 CS parked out front in the driveway. So always a good sign. What you couldn't see in that initial photo is that most homes that are built like this are sort of like a ranch style with a sloped roof, with a gently sloped roof. This house actually has a shed roof, not only in the garage, but also in the main house. If you look here, it's a one-way shed. There is no peak in the center of the house. And it also opens to the back to this gently downsloping backyard, which is really kind of a cool element. Again, maybe this isn't a groundbreaking exterior, but there's actually a little bit of a kink in the house here, which is kind of a cool design element too. You walk in the front door, and what this design does by having this shed roof is it lets you have these super tall windows on the back side of the house. And that's unusual, right? Most of the time you have a peaked roof and the roof is at its lowest point on the back wall. They've done kind of some polished concrete here. You've got this beautiful brick fireplace in the middle. I love this sort of geometric, these intersecting angles. Super cool. I mean, somebody really had an idea to say, let's make this house look kind of plain from the street, but then let's let you open the door and see a bunch of cool surprises. This looks right out into that backyard. Really a cool design. We've done some cool built-ins. I'm not sure if these are original to the house. If they are, that makes them even doubly cool. but even if they were added by the current owner, these are still pretty cool. They give a lot of texture and dimensionality to what would otherwise just be a big flat white wall. So bonus points there. Again, cool fireplace. When you look at that and how it intersects with that kind of soffit area. Dining area with brickwork. This actually goes, if you look here, through the house. That's another very common mid-century modern trend, right? Is that they wanted things to pass from the interior through to the exterior. It looks like polished concrete floors. Dining space here, we have a kind of a very lovely Noguchi table and a Nelson light fixture up above. These cabinets look like they were 70s or 80s and have been painted. I can live with them for now. You might want to have your eventual dream kitchen in a home like this. This is just kind of a starting point. Large primary room, as you can see here. Big center sliding glass doors. I think people don't realize what an amazing design feature this was in 1953. Again, just kind of a really cool element. Some more of this brick showing through. I like that these elements of the house are naked like this. You've got a primary bathroom here, which is a pretty good size. You've got this bedroom that towards the back of the house, a secondary bedroom. Again, the sloping roof gives these rooms a sense of character. It looks like they've got some acoustic ceiling tiles here. And the secondary bathroom is oversized, a lot of built-in cabinetry. And then this is a bedroom that's actually located at the front of the house, where you've got this corner of glass here. Really cool design elements. And then you've got another space over here that's kind of like a home office den space. Indoor laundry room with extra storage. Again, kind of another luxury of a custom built home. And then when you look at this back view, you can really see what a unique design this home is. It looks so much like a lot of other ranch homes from the front, and then in the back, you can clearly see that it is something special here. Large lot, and something else I love is that the home in back of you is down below. So you're looking at the hills and the trees. You're not just staring at another house. Having those sight lines is pretty amazing. I think the only thing this house needs that I would want to add is it really needs a swimming pool. So maybe that's something that you can do. Again, big space. You have plenty of room for entertaining and a pool, should you so desire. You've got this fun little overhang space in back. And again, just a nice shot at this house from the street. The shed roof design is unique, but really this home almost, you might even drive by it not thinking it's anything particularly special when you see it down the street. It's only when you look inside that you see what a cool, awesome house this is. La Crescenta is also kind of a neat area too. It's fairly close to Descanso Gardens, so you might have taken a trip there at one point in time. They do a super cool kind of holiday light experience. I don't know how to describe it other than that, but it was super awesome. Again, Altura Drive, it's just under 1.4 million. It's about 1,800 square feet or so, a little bit over that. And this is a unique opportunity to own a custom built home at what I think is a attainable type of a price point. As always, if you'd like to see this house, or if you're interested in buying any kind of architectural home in Southern California, definitely reach out to us. We would love to work with you. And do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you again real soon.